Hey, do you ever get anxiety when you travel? Well, I do. You know, this is the season. This is the season where we're getting out, doing fun things, but sometimes it can be really stressful to be on vacation. I know that sounds weird and sounds like, an oxymoron, but that's what we're going to talk about in this video, is how to deal with the stress and anxiety that normally comes along with any vacation. All right, check it out. Yoga Psych. Ancient answers for your current problems. Hi, I'm Brett, your favorite shrink with Yoga Psych. And like I said, today I'm going to talk to you about vacations. Because as you can see by the cruise ship behind me, I'm about to go on a vacation. And it is super stressful. And that's not only true for me, but my guess it's also going to be true for you. And I want to talk a little bit about what that is that makes vacations stressful. But before we start, we're going to start with a couple of B-rolls real here quick. I'm going to give you, I'm in French Polynesia, and I'm going to give you a couple of B-rolls of some beautiful island shots so you can guys get yourself in the mood. And then we're going to talk a little bit about the stress of travel. Welcome to French Polynesia. Again, I'm Brett, and I want to talk a little bit about why anxiety happens when we're on vacation. You'd think it shouldn't, because this is vacation, and vacation is like the perfect place to be, and everything should be perfect, and our emotions should be perfect, and we should be happy all the time, right? Well, if you've ever been on vacation, right, which I assume you have, you know that's not true. Here's the key to understanding what's happening with your emotions. Again, in Yoga Psych, what we always want to do is we want to understand what emotions are. Most of the time, we don't understand emotions. Most of the time, we think of emotions as simply feelings. I'm feeling happy or I'm feeling sad, as if there's just one particular emotion that you can feel at any given time. Well, that's not the case at all. Emotions are energy, and energy changes all the time. And it's not like I have good energy, I'm feeling really excited, I'm feeling really happy, and then all of a sudden I have bad energy, I'm feeling really stressed, I'm feeling really anxious, and that's not actually what's happening. What's happening is that my energy is rising and falling. And there's a certain point when my energy can get so high that it will actually collapse. And it is the collapsing and flowing of our energy that actually produces the good or the bad feelings that we feel. So excitement's a really good example of that. Most time we think of vacations as very exciting. Well, the only difference between excitement and stress or anxiousness is the flow. If your energy is focused out somewhere, you're excited about something and the energy is directed at whatever you're excited about, then you're going to have flow. And that energy is going to feel good, and the excitement is going to be a positive thing. But when your energy collapses, when the energy gets too high and starts to shut down, that collapse is what shifts your excitement into anxiety or into stress. And how often, do we get stressed on vacation? The reason for that is because there's so much energy. Again, what stimulates all that energy? Well, it could be just all the sights around us. All the sights around us are new, and that's going to stimulate your nervous system. There's lots of noise and activity going on. That's going to stimulate your nervous system. You may be lost, or you may be trying to figure out where to go or what to do. That could be fun, and it also can be stressful because it produces a lot of anxiety for you. So it's just stimulation that's happening inside of your nervous system. And when that stimulation doesn't have anywhere to go, like if you lose focus on where you're going with that energy, like for example, if you're driving around a street and you feel like you're going somewhere, that's going to be exciting. But the moment all of a sudden you don't know, where am I going? What am I doing? You lose your way. The minute you lose your way, the energy begins to shut down, and then you start to feel anxious and stressed. And then you get going again, and you feel like, my energy's going somewhere. Okay, I feel like we're on the right path. I feel like we're going in the right direction. This is awesome. And then I get lost, and I get stressed, and then I get going again. All of that is just a simple example, simple illustration of when your energy is flowing somewhere, you're going to feel good. And when your energy is collapsed because it doesn't have somewhere to go, or you're overstimulated, as we talked about in the very beginning, because of that overstimulation, it collapses, then you start to feel anxiety. Now, once you understand that, once you understand what's going on, now you have some tools. Because the idea, all you have to do to get yourself to feel better is to get the energy moving and to always keep your energy moving. So for example, this morning I got up early. And I took my watch out and I went on a good 5-mile walk. Why? Because I wanted to make sure my energy was moving, because that energy needs to go somewhere, right? It needs to go somewhere or it's going to collapse inside of me. Other things that you can do to keep your energy moving while on vacation is at least this cruise ship and most cruise ships have exercise rooms and gyms in them. Find some way to get yourself moving. I always think physical activity is usually the best because it works on your base brain. It works on your brain stem, B, we call it your body mind. If B can feel like he's doing something, he's going to feel good. If he feels like he can't do something, he's going to collapse and get stuck. So we want to make sure that B's always moving. Other things that you can do is create some distractions that are familiar to you. Distractions that are going to help you kind of bring a little bit of home with you. So my wife, she brought with her a book. And what she's going to do is she's going to read. And that just gives her a little bit of time to just shut down and allow herself to just unwind. And what that does is that drops the energy down. That's the third thing I'd also recommend on vacations. Not only bring something fun for you to do like games or a book, but the third thing I would say is give yourself downtime. I know I'm the worst at this. I really am the worst at this, so I get it. But a lot of times is I get going on vacation and I go, move, and I'm one thing after another. And I set myself up for anxiety because I have too much going on. So make sure that you get some time to relax. Get some time to not do anything and kind of dial the schedule back a little bit. This afternoon, true story, my wife and I took a nap. And we did yesterday afternoon too, and I think the day before too. I know it takes away time from your trip, but it actually helps my anxiety. Interesting story, this cruise ship that we're on, it got canceled. Here I am in a beautiful port, in a beautiful location, and the ship, she ain't going nowhere. And so we had to make all of our arrangements ourselves to go do something new. Created a little stress. So it was super important for me to make sure that I took some naps, that I got some downtime, that I exercised, or even read a good book. Do something, get your energy down, get your energy flowing, get your energy moving, and you are going to be okay. All right, enjoy your vacations. Make some comments below. I'd love to hear where you guys are vacating and how you deal with the anxiety, the stress, the energy that builds up when you're taking a vacation. Hey, can I make an amendment to the video we did yesterday? Yesterday I was talking about how to deal with stress when you're out on vacation. And there was one other technique. It's a fourth technique, I guess. It's our bonus technique, right? I want to do our bonus technique and help you with one more idea. And that is an idea that we've talked about before, which is one of my favorites. It is the Think-A-Rater. Remember the Think-A-Rater? If you don't, up here somewhere on the video, we're going to have a link to that. But the Think-A-Rater is basically when things happen in your life, you're always evaluating them. You're evaluating how important, how significant, how meaningful, how bad or good is this particular situation. And your Think-A-Rater does everything on a scale from 1 to 10. So for most people, we've talked about this in the other video, for most people, our Think-A-Rater is off. We don't know, we don't have a good Think-A-Rater. And so we're often rating things higher than they need to be. And that is definitely one of the huge stressors for vacations, is that we're always still operating with a negative high Think-A-Rater that we've been dealing with all week long, all year long, what we deal with in our lives on a daily basis. And so what that means is that everything on your vacation becomes a 10. Okay, maybe not 10, but it's like a 6 or a 7. And when you add that 6 or 7 to the already high, stressed out, kind of overstimulated nervous system that is being produced by the vacation itself, because you're in a new place, there's new things going on, those extra numbers of just being so stimulated, and now you're rating everything at a high 5, 6, 7, 8, it's just going to push you over the edge into high anxiety. So here's your last and final tip. Adjust your Think-A-Rater. Make sure that everything on your vacation is a 1. Even, I think the worst case scenario on a vacation maybe for us is that we'll miss our flight. But even that's a 1. You could get rescheduled. It is not the end of the world. Things are going to be fine. I remember we went on a vacation, Linda and I, to Hawaii. It was an anniversary trip, and we dropped our son off because he's going to fly to California when we were going to fly to Hawaii. It's going to be great. And then we went and got coffee and just kind of started in our vacation mode, got into relax mode. Showed up at the gate, the plane had already gone. I'm like, oh, okay. And it ended up being no big deal. They rescheduled us, they put us on another plane. We were maybe an hour or two late, 3 hours maybe, to Hawaii. But we got there. It was a 1. It was not the end of the world. And so that's what you got to remember as you're on vacation. That everything that's happening to you is a 1. And we can't overstress that. Because if you do, you'll become overstressed, right? All right, there's your tips. Again, I'm Brett, your favorite shrink from Yoga Psych. And if you want to check out what we had on our website, go to yogapsych.com/info. I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Hey, I haven't told you yet, make sure you go to yogapsych.com, because that's where you're going to find these ancient answers for your current problems. Take care.